Hey guys, what's up? Devin here with DW Golf Co. again, and we're back at Mammoth Pass Golf Course here in an undisclosed desert location because it's being built currently. Yeah, we just finished hole number 7 here, looking good. Let's see if we can get through 8 and maybe 9. 9's a par 3, so should be pretty cool. I love all these little rocks that are popping up. Thank you guys for following along in the series, or if this is your first video, you can check the description for links to the previous episodes in this course designer series of Mammoth Pass Golf Course in PGA Tour 2K21. Should be getting 2K23 online here pretty soon. So this may be the very last course that we design in PGA Tour 2K21, so enjoy. Alright, so we're just here on what will be the number 8 tee box. We're gonna sculpt this dude out, flatten this area. We'll probably lift it up a couple feet just so that, you know, it's up a couple feet. Probably use some of this to flatten it out just a smidge right in front. There we go. Probably don't need 10 feet, like 1 feet. Yeah, I don't mind that little ripple of stuff. You have to be kind of careful with this view as far as doing too much with the layout. Yeah, I'm liking this. This is looking pretty nice. Let's see, 200 yards is about here, so that's where we'll start the fairway. We may even bring this back into play here so that it plays into 1 as well. Let's go ahead and add some surfaces. Start with the tee box back here since we've got it nice and flat. Just add that guy in there. Now let's go up here to where I'm thinking the green's going to be. And we'll spline this guy in. This hole is a little bit shorter at 495, 334, and the green is playing about even. So 334, potentially drivable green. I'm curious on if I want to move that down any further. Make this par 3 a little bit shorter. Right now it's at 154 on the par 3. I don't mind that distance really. So we'll keep it there for now. Let's see, what does this hole need as far as green shape? Sometimes it's good to get back here at the tee box. What should this green look like? Look at approach. What should this green look like if I just bomb this out here? You know, you can get a lot of good inspiration from other courses and stuff like that. Make this kind of a smallish green, simply because if you make them too big all the time, then you end up with some weird stuff going on. I could see doing some really neat stuff. You see how with the shape of this, how it just kind of carved it into this. I like that as kind of a approach, and especially if this is a almost drivable par 4, having that smaller green can kind of add to the difficulty. Let's get in here and kind of flatten this out. This will be similar to hole number 4 where we pushed everything back just a bit to make room around the edges. You don't want your green going right up against the edge of your. Let's reset that. There we go. Just level that out. Good about that. Shrink this down. That way it makes a little bit harsher of a cutaway. Just make it around the edges here and make it do its stuff. There we go. Now it's a little more cut out. If I really wanted to, I could come back in here, maybe grab one of these, push this up a little bit. Just to kind of create some dimension. a little more dramatic. This little box canyon kind of look going on. I'm gonna even advanced edit this, give it some more interesting feel to it. Yeah, I don't hate that. Okay. Now I guess we just need to add in some fairway. So let's get into our add menu. Add surface fairway. Spline this. Alright, so let's put this somewhere about here. And let's just see where this goes. And here's where we want to get in the fairway. Just kind of like a weave around here a little bit. I think a bunker right up here makes a lot of sense. That. Fill that. Smooth this out. And let's move that spot in just a little bit more. We aren't. In just a smidge more, that way it's not running way up there. Alright, let's take a look at that from T-Box. We'll push down this little mound a little bit just so we can see more. Bunker's kind of already almost built into the layout of this hole. Yeah, and I think you throw a little bunker in right here, and that makes it pretty rough if you're going for it but can't make it. So let's flatten this out just a little bit. Just gonna push this down like so. Not all your bunkers have to be, all nice and tidy, like the terrain around them. I think if you can sometimes get it kind of jagged and make it looks like it was probably part of the original terrain and they just had to work with what they got. You can get some really interesting shapes out of this. Let's go over here and shape this up. Just so that it's not completely running wild. We may end up throwing a little bit of rough around some of this back here, or just extend the fairway. Either way, I can see that working out well. Make sure this doesn't interfere with hole number 1 too much, and it doesn't, as I anticipated it wouldn't. So I feel good about that. Probably going to throw a bunker right in there. Yeah, I can definitely see extending the water maybe back here. You know how these rivers go. And if you don't, well, you can look it up. Just going to come in here, extend this in a bit. So this is actually going to start coming into play on 1, which may or may not be a good thing. Shrink that down just a little bit, maybe a little less deep right here. Yeah, I think on 1 that makes that a lot more interesting. If you're way left on 1 now, you're in the water. You can see picking this up a little bit, so it's kind of interesting. Little rock formations in there. Part of me almost wants to drop that a little bit more. Just kind of a little rocky beach area there. I don't know if that makes sense geologically, but there's that guy down in the water. Trying to get rid of some of these shallows. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like that. Add a little bit of height on this end. and sometimes you just have to play with it to figure out how that's going to affect how that affects, you know, your other holes surrounding things, and how it affects other parts of your design here. Just keep massaging this. I'm really liking the idea of these canyon walls. Shape this up, kind of make it a little bit longer. In some ways, kind of reminds me of Wolf Creek. Yeah, I like that. Okay. So now, what I want to do, let's go ahead and add some bunkers, just see what we can play with here. This one's kind of an obvious one for this particular shape. Flatten that out just a little bit, widen it just a little bit, and then bam, right there. Like that. Maybe make it a little more wild. Give us a little dinosaur brush. Just for this part here. And weave that around to the back side there. Like I said before, these brushes work really great for some instances in bunkers and less great in others. A little advanced edit on this one. Yeah, just kind of make it a little interesting. Nothing unrealistic, just interesting. Extend it this way. That's it. Yeah. No, it just kind of looks like a little waterway that just happens to be a bunker. And we can add another one in here. Goes right up against that. I'm just kind of combining a couple bunker shapes to give it some interesting depth and whatnot. Obviously, we're going to have to play with that a little bit as far as sculpting. Let's see if we can push this down a little. It needs to be 8 feet, maybe like. And a little cistern down there. Just try to get the level as much as possible. A little bit of height on it, just need it to be somewhat smooth getting in there. Alright, so back here at the tee box, get the bunker short. We've got a bunker up there that we can't really see yet. So let's drop that down. Nice, I think we're just about there. I think I may actually redo this bunker completely. Just looking at from the hole. Don't care for it. I don't mind that bunker there. Let's grab this one, delete that. Grab this one, delete that one. I'm not sure what I was deleting. It's not what I wanted. No. I want the bunker brush, which is 6. Let's delete that guy. There we go. Bunker brush, 6. Delete that guy. There we go. Okay. So maybe we're gonna separate out that bunker just a little bit. I think you shrink this down. Maybe pull it in like that. A little bit further back here versus just looking at it here. I feel like you almost have to go back here with the bunker. There we go. That's not too bad. But look, kind of spin this. that. Just bunkers all down this right side. Sometimes you don't know how this is going to turn out whenever you first get into it. Just going to kind of lower this by a little bit all the way around. Make those things there look a little more dramatic. Kind of level this off a little bit. Still a little bit of undulation in there. That's not what I meant to do. For some reason my brain was still thinking, oh, we're in bunker. We're doing bunkers. Why not use that brush? That's kind of cool. Tee box. Feeling pretty good about that. Now I may do something here that I haven't done yet on this particular course, but that's use the landscape raise tool. That's this guy. And if you do it right, it turns out pretty good. I like this one, it's a little more fuzzy. But what you can do with it is you can select a certain area of your course. And I think I just want to raise this entire area up about 2 to 3 feet. Nothing too wild, but I don't want to lose kind of some of the terrain look that I already have. And so with the landscape raise tool, what it does is it keeps all of the same properties that you had, whether it be, you know, we flattened out this area a little bit or something like that. And it keeps all of those terrain, topography kind of changes that you've made and just raises all of them versus you having to individually go back through and try to raise it again manually. And so it's still going to play downhill because we are 12.5 feet up. But yeah, we're looking at 334 to this green, which isn't too bad. I'd like to kind of start to cut into this a little bit more. Now that we kind of have an established, this is how high this is. This is how far it is, I guess. Something like that. And let's see if it comes back in here. Little cove. The fairway does not leave a whole lot of room. Whole lot of room there to navigate much of anything. And I'm okay with that. It's like you go from water to fairway very, very quickly here. I can already tell I need to drop this out some more, so we'll just keep using this brush because I like the shapes that it gives, especially when you're doing kind of relief work. I don't mind that it's rocky at all. It's gradual, but it's kind of cool. A little chute to go through. Just don't hit the rocks. And so here we are, hole number 8. Let's go up here and start sculpting out our green a little bit. And let's see here. Everything seems to be moving that way, which I'm okay with. Let's kind of create a little ridge right in here. Let's go up about 5 inches or so. Get things moving. And then here we'll kind of give it that false front look. Get some pretty sharp undulation going across here. This one will shrink down, raise it up just a little bit. It's got some good movement here on the edges. place for them to go. Just try to level that out a little bit. And carve back into this rock a little bit more. There we go. Just giving us some more room, similar to what we did back there on 4, that par 5. Just giving us some place where we can throw in some rough. Rough or other things. Speaking of rough, let's throw some rough onto this guy. Edit. Toggle set service rough. Okay, that's great. Let's move this spline point in just a smidge. This one as well. Not quite that far. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yep, I don't mind that one bit. So now let's try to find us the middle of this green, which is actually probably right there. And let's find us some pin locations. We'll put one in the back here. And 2 over here. We'll just go. That's what we want to do. 7. Let's add pin position. We'll put 2 over here in the corner. 3 kind of front middle. And 4 front left. Not very far off. Maybe we move 3 back a little bit. More right in the middle. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Alright, let's sculpt out the old bunkers. So there are positives and negatives to doing these cool little wavy bunkers. One of the positives is they look really great. One of the negatives is sculpting them to match correctly is not always feasible. So what we're doing here is just trying to flatten this out a little bit. Might be raise it up a little. It has a little bit of contour to it, but not so much that it's ridiculous. Carve this out. I don't mind having a little bit of contour right up there on that rock. But for the most part, it should be pretty flat. Right up against the wall of that, just for maintenance purposes. If you were to think about how is this going to be maintained. Just for an actual course. Those guys maintain it. Don't get too carried away with the depth here because you've already got to go up quite a bit. Let's just make that bigger. Flatten this out down here in the bottom a little bit. Maybe raise it up just a smidge because I'm seeing quite a trough. It's not the worst. Don't know if I'm happy with it yet, but it's a starting point. Probably once we get into play testing, we'll find some weirdness with it. Don't mind that. Right there looks pretty good. I'm trying to flatten that out just a little bit there. This guy right here is part of the problem. You, my friend, are part of the problem. Feel better about it now. Okay, and then our little fairway deterrent bunker The eye candy bunker, we'll call it. In real life, people would find a way to find this bunker. But not here. Shadow has entered the room. He's pumped about golf course design. And let's look over here. Not really a whole lot going on as far as the actual, you know, actual stuff. The actual fairway. What I'm going to do is just build in a little bit of a ridge. Not like overly done. Just slight little undulation in there. That may have been overly done. There's a little bit of a lip there, but see what happens if we flatten it out. Maybe bring it up just a little bit. What I'm going to do here is just create some of a cool little focal point right here. And just kind of bring that up. Press it a little bit. Press that a different direction. Kind of a cool little mountain effect there. Then we can go back in with our fuzzy brush. Doing it this way kind of helps it to be more organic, more natural, I think. Just because then you have natural hills and such out there, natural looking hills. And you also have the undulation that goes with it, where you actually would have had to dig into the ground to get that. Raise this up just a little bit here in the front, just so we can see that a little bit better, especially from the tee. Give it a little bit more of a front. There we go, something like that. Alright, and I think we're ready to play test this just to see how it's going. We're on this cool little par 4. Nothing too crazy about this one, just a big dogleg right sweeping around some bunkers and in between some rock formations. So I feel good about play testing this. So let's do it. Let's go ahead and do pin position 1 here. See the pin over there. Driver is going to be my club of choice. Not really a big deterrent over on that side apart from those bunkers. I may come back and add some undulation over there or something. Yeah, you're just kind of in the stuff. Definitely going to lose some pizzazz off of this. Not a bad shot. Green's got a little bit of movement, not too much. I don't know what this is, but my guy's been going crazy. I did my first stream on Twitch earlier, and it was doing the same thing. So I don't know. All right, let's go ahead and let's go medium north. Looks good. We'll play the course. Do a little course playthrough 1 through 8 here. And just see what it's looking like. Yeah, kind of like all of the mountainy things that we put in there. Water's not really much of a factor. I mean, the fairway's probably abnormally wide anyway, so you're gonna have to pull it way offline to even threaten with that water. Just that fairway's wide. We may end up bringing that back in as we go on. All right, good drive out there, and give us a 5-wood look into the green here. We do have a little wind in our face, so I'm gonna play that in. 92% power, that should be just fine. Get it up on that ridge. It did not make the right plateau. That's all right. We were gonna put it. I'm gonna put this in there. I'm not gonna worry about putt preview. Just want to test it. What in the world is going on with my dude? Come on, my dude. No, he's excited about this hole. All right, got many feet down. This is a drivable par 4, so I'm not gonna stop it from driving. Land it down there. You don't even really need a full driver to get onto this green. Whether that's good or bad, I'll let you decide, but solid chance right there for eagle. I see this being a very low scoring hole. I'm obviously not taking my time, but take a little bit of time on it and you can get there. A little par 3 here, number 3, going downhill. And it's going to push me over to the right on impact. So, wow, wind really got a hold of this one. That's going to be in the bunker. Looking a little bunker shot here. And pushed it. Good chance for par. Alright, so 2 under through 3. Not a bad start. On to the long par 5 fourth. Large drive down the left side. Get there. 306. Left, we're just going to hit a nice 3-wood. Let that hill kind of push us out. Does not. Maybe we'll get a kick off the rocks or something. A little kick back into at least grass. Alright, so now we got about 8.5 mile an hour wind. It's playing up. Gonna go sand wedge. I like the club suggestion there from the computer. And that should be pretty close. Yep. That's about all you can ask for there. Nice little birdie. Birdie on 4. Alright, moving on. Got here the par 4 5th. Lots of room here. Solid drive. Gap wedge. Gap wedge in. 4 feet up. Shadow is passionate about the people that are coming in. All right. Sarah's excited to let people in. It's almost time for some Thanksgiving dinner. That's when we're recording this. And it's in. Here we are on the 6th. Little par 3. Wind coming down. A little downhill. Feel good about that shot. See what kind of kick we get. Nice, right in the valley. It's kind of an interesting pin position for sure. That's great. My guy's going crazy when I putt the ball. Not sure what that is, but alright, here we go, par 5 7th. Just giving it everything. This is going to be bad. Oh, it's not where you want to be. You really don't have much of a shot out of this. Might be able to. Let's go ahead and give 5-iron. Give it some air. Takes a curious shot shape there. And it's stuck up in the rocks. There we go, 9-iron. Is gonna get quite a kick off of that. That could be good. Oh yeah, that's real nice. Real nice. Oh, that's mean. That's mean. In for a par. Okay. Here we go. The newest hole. I'm sure we'll do some tweaks as we go on this one. Just a little fast. Ended up in that same spot. It tells me probably need to put something there to deter people from that action. Well played pitch. I'm going to just put it right at the pin. Let it go. That's going to be short. Caught the ridge. Everything I didn't want it to do, it did. And that's okay. It's part of playtesting, part of learning. I mean, really, it's just part of golf. So, not the end of the world. Give it some room. And there we are, through 8 here at Mammoth Pass Golf Course. Thank you guys so much for watching. Go ahead and save this. Make sure that we gotta edit the course. Then I can save it. Make sure that we don't lose any progress. Save that. There it is. Awesome. Thank you guys again so much for watching. This is Devin with DW Golf Co. Make sure that you drop us a like or a rumble. Follow us on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube or be sure to follow us on YouTube, Rumble, or now Twitch. We are live streaming on occasion on Twitch, so be sure that you catch us in all those places, all the usual social things. Thank you guys so much for watching. DW out.